So we'll start as usual with a little bit of mindfulness. So just laying on your back, closing your eyes, and beginning to trace the breath as it moves in and out of the body. Now, let's begin warming up the right leg by bringing it in, and we'll just begin to gently move it. So this is very common in this class. Now, I'll mention your left leg can be straight or you could bend it like this. So either is fine. The left leg is not, it's not really that important what we're doing with that left leg. So I definitely can feel some tension in the target areas in my hips. So the back of the thigh, I can feel some tension there, the inside of the thigh. These are areas that will likely stretch. Okay, so I'm going to move and try and address some of that as best as I can right here. And then let's begin to extend the leg. Now this might be where you'd want a strap. So again, a tie, like a necktie, belt. These can stand in very well for yoga straps. So let's just open up that leg a little bit and then we'll hold for a few breaths. So stretching the back of the left thigh. Now, right thigh. If your left leg is bent and you don't really feel much stretch, try straightening that leg. Maybe not all the way, but part of the way. I definitely feel more stretch now. Now, I forgot to do the breathing at the beginning, but I think you all know it. So inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. And then we're making the ujjayi, or fogging a mirror sound at the throat, but with our mouth closed. Good, let's release the right leg and meet the left leg. And again, hopefully you can feel how different the two legs are. If you don't worry about it. This can, as I mentioned on Friday's class, sometimes it takes time for us to really bring awareness back into the body. I assure you there's a change. Whether or not that change reaches the level for your conscious awareness or not, that's a different story. But definitely there is a change there, okay? Hopefully you can feel it. Okay, left side. So bring the left leg in. Again, just start with some gentle movement. I really like taking my time warming up. That's why the end of class it may feel abrupt to you, but we really don't need to cool down. We cool down naturally. All you need to do is really stop what you're doing and you'll cool down. But warming up is different. If we try just jumping right into some very vigorous thing, or we try and stretch deeply without warming up, we can really hurt ourselves. You're not going to hurt yourself by basically just stopping whatever activity you're doing. Okay, let's begin to straighten and bend the left leg. And again, we're looking for that hamstring stretch to the back of the right thigh. And then once you feel warmed up, let's hold the stretch. And again, right leg can be straight or bent. Bending it will generally create less stretch. Straightening it will create a deeper stretch, but it might be too much for you. Again, I forgot to go over the breathing in more detail today, but we're breathing, right? And the breath is really what tells the nervous system that it's okay to let go. Okay, let's release that leg. Take a breath. We draw both legs in and then rock and roll up to seated. Let's come into tabletop and we'll begin warming up the spine. So inhale, tailbone lifts, belly drops, crown of the head up. Exhale, tuck tailbone, round the back, crown of the head down. So again, we can think of today's class as hamstrings, but we can also think of it as forward folding or forward bending. And so as we come into the angry cat, we can notice how the spine feels as it rounds forward. Good. Once you feel you've warmed up the back and torso, let's come into our down dog. And we will use this first one to move dynamically. So again, for whatever reason, my legs and hips are feeling kind of stiff. I think the reason is I didn't really get to walk as much as I do because of all the rain we've had here. So normally I would, if I walk too much, I feel stiff. And then if I don't walk at all or very little, I also feel stiff. So it cuts both ways. So again, I'm going to do a little extra movement, try and get my legs and calves opened up. Right about there feels good for me. So I begin to come into a more full expression of the down dog. So as usual, hands shoulder width, fingers wide, palms flat, chest toward the toes, feet hip distance. Now here, I'm feeling a little bit of sensitivity in my back as I pull into the down dog. A little surprising for me because my back has been feeling pretty good. But again, the reason I'm sharing that is, our bodies are very fluid. This may also have to do with the fact that I didn't get to walk much, as I find walking very therapeutic for my back. So it's possible that that stiffness I'm feeling in my legs is translating into my back. Again, the hips and the back are very intimate in terms of their health and mobility, flexibility. Okay, so if we let one go, we're likely going to feel it in the other, and vice versa. All right, let's walk our feet to our hands. We'll come into a ragdoll here. This is another good one to check the back, and sure enough, I definitely feel some sensitivity there in my low back. But I'll say this, in general, my back is much, much better than it has been. So again, I'm sort of sharing with you my journey as I heal my back. So it's gradually getting stronger and better, less and less pain, less discomfort. But it's not a straight line. Some days are better than others, and today I'm feeling a little more sensitivity than I would like. Okay, arms relaxed. We'll inhale and roll up to standing. And let's do a few rounds of sun salutation or Surya Namaskar. So traditionally, feet would be together, but hip distance is fine. Inhale, arms up. Touch palms, lift the heart. Standing back bend. Exhale, forward fold, palms flat. Okay, inhale to the half lift, and exhale, step the right and then the left foot to the top of a push-up. Ears, shoulders, hips, knees, and heels in one straight line. Wrists directly below the shoulders. Let's take a deep breath. We're going to drop those knees and then we come down halfway. This is a very awkward position to hold, but do your best. This is preparing you to do things like arm balancing, okay? So great for building upper body strength. Exhale, let's come the rest of the way down. And then we'll do a back bend that is focused on strengthening the back. So this is a type of cobra. We're going to bring our feet together, press the tops of the feet into the mat. And then as we inhale, we lift the hands first, then the head, neck, and chest. So it's not a particularly deep back bend, but what it does is it forces the muscles in the posterior chain to work, our back muscles. Okay, so we're working those back muscles and we're holding it for a few breaths. So that gives those muscles a little bit of time to fatigue, which is good. That's how you build strength in muscles, is you let them get a little bit tired. Okay, let's exhale. We'll come down, press back to tabletop, and then downward dog. Okay, let's do another one. So we inhale to the toes. Exhale, step, jump, float, front edge of the mat. Inhale to standing back bend. And then exhale, stretching the right side of the body in half moon. Inhale through center, switch wrists, and exhale, stretch the left side of your body in half moon. Inhale back to center, and exhale to forward fold. Let's inhale to half lift. Exhale, step the left and then the right to the top of a push-up. Okay, so this push-up, optional, knees up or down, but try and maintain good form in the upper body. If you're not sure what that means, reach out to me and I'll break it down for you, okay? So deep breath in, exhale, halfway down, hold. If you can't hold it, then go ahead and drop your knees. Take a breath, and then exhale all the way onto your belly. Inhale, this time pressing into the hands. Lift the head, neck, chest, but keep your hips on the ground. And the reason I ask you to do that is with your hips on the ground, you maximize the use of your spine for flexibility. Once your hips begin to lift, you're no longer using your spine to go deeper. Okay, so let's keep those hips down. Notice what that feels like. And then exhale, come down. And then you can either press back to tabletop or come straight up and then back into down dog. So you can do a push-up if you like. Okay, let's do one more. Inhale to the toes, exhale, front edge of the mat. Inhale, standing back bend. Exhale, stretch the right side. Inhale, stretch the left side. Exhale. Inhale, and exhale into an imaginary seat for chair pose. So again, how do we get muscles stronger? We fatigue them. There are two ways to fatigue your muscles, and each has different benefits. Okay, so one is to repeat a movement, and the other is to hold. Repeating a movement strengthens what are called fast twitch muscles. Okay, when you fatigue by repeating, and when you hold and you fatigue, you strengthen what are called slow twitch muscles. Okay, so we try and do a little bit of both in this class. All right, let's inhale. We'll come all the way up and back. And exhale, forward fold. Let's inhale to the half lift. And then if you can, exhale, step, jump, float, bottom of the push-up. Inhale to an upward dog. You could also repeat cobra here. And exhale, do a push-up as you return to down dog if you're able to. Remember, guys, push-ups are super good for your health. Most people don't like push-ups, but as I try and teach you, what we like and what's good for us are very different things, unfortunately. So if we really want to be happy and healthy, we need to be willing to steer away from only doing what we like. Okay, so feet touch. Inhale, right leg up and back, three-legged dog pose. Foot is flexed, toes, knee, and hip point down. The leg is straight and lifts as high as it can without lifting the hip. Take a deep breath here and exhale, lunge, and inhale to crescent lunge. Okay, so I debated whether to do a crescent or a warrior one here, but these days I hardly teach warrior one at all. It's maybe a good beginner posture, but it's not particularly good for a lot of the things that I like to do in class. It can be a little bit awkward. So we're going to do the crescent lunge here. Front foot and knee point straight ahead. Knee lunging over the heel. Left hip forward, right hip back. Heel reaching toward the ground. Upper body is in a bit of a back bend. Okay. Arms straight up and back, framing the ears. And you should feel a stretch of the front of your left hip. So those are your hip flexors, and they are the antagonist to the hamstrings, which are the main focus in today's class, okay? So we'll stretch them both out. Good, exhale, bottom of the push-up. Make your way to down dog. And then feet touch. Inhale, left leg. Three-legged dog. Good. Exhale, lunge, and inhale to crescent lunge. The other nice thing about doing crescent lunge is it's a very foundational posture, meaning I use it a lot. So the more you are taking classes with me, hopefully the more refined this posture is becoming for you, the better you're getting at it, the stronger you feel in it. It is a very, very useful, versatile posture or foundation from which to build other postures. And that's one of the main reasons why I use it so much. Okay, exhale, bottom of the push-up. We'll make our way back to downward facing dog. Okay, inhale to the toes, exhale, step, jump, float, front edge of the mat. Inhale, standing back bend, and then exhale, hands to hips. So earlier, I mentioned you could use a strap, and this applies here as well. So today, what we'll do is we'll explore this stretch, Tittibhasana Padangustasana. So it's a balance pose and a stretch combined. So first level of difficulty, you will just hold the shin like this, especially if you're already feeling a stretch here or tightness in your back. Okay? Now from there, if you want to take it a step further, you can grab the big toe or outside edge of the foot, or you could put a strap around the foot and straighten the leg. Now, to the best of my ability, I'm keeping my back nice and straight. That helps to protect my back. So I'm using the muscles to protect the joints. I'm looking for that hamstring stretch. So I want to feel it in the leg and not the back. If it's going into my back, then I'll just bend the knee, okay, until I feel it in the leg and not in my back. Exhale, release that side. Side two, you shift weight to the right foot, bend the left knee. Now again, for some of you, being here is good. Another option is holding behind the knee and straightening the leg some. And then again, if you have a strap, you're welcome to use that as well. So we can take that leg out straight. We can lift this arm up. Good. To release, try lifting the left arm. Keep the left leg lifted. Exhale, release both the leg and the arms. Good. Let's inhale, arms up, touch palms, lift the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, bottom of the push-up. Make your way to down dog. Okay, so with the feet touching, inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale to a lunge and drop down inside the leg, okay? Try and drop down far enough that you begin to feel a stretch in your right thigh. It might be in the inside of the thigh, the back of the thigh, the outside, or all three. I'm feeling a little bit of all three. Okay, so where you feel the tension depends on where you're holding tension. Okay, so unlike some of the other stretches, this one is just sort of wherever the tension is, that's where we feel it. We just want to make sure we drop deep enough to feel that tension releasing. Left knee can be up off the ground, or you can rest on that knee if you prefer. This is the lizard. From lizard pose, let's return our hands to the ground. Inhale the leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. And inhale to our crescent lunge. Let's flow. So exhale, bend the arms. Inhale to the stupa, which is a transition. And then exhale to crescent lunge facing the back of the mat. Good. With the breath, inhaling up and exhale, stretch. Inhale up and exhale, stretch. So when I say stretch, you want to feel those hips and legs opening. Good. Inhale up and stretch. A few more times. Inhale and stretch at the back of the mat. Good. One more time. Inhale up. This time, exhale, hands to the hips. Turn the toes to face forward. Step the back foot in. This is another one we do quite often. This is the pyramid. Okay, so Parsvottanasana. Legs are straight. Hips are squared. Heels are down. Use blocks if you need it. Inhale, arms up. Right thumb over left. Exhale, forward fold. Now, forehead toward the knee. Find the stretch in the back of your right thigh. Hands on the ground or two blocks. Breathing into the back of the right thigh. Good. Inhale, bend the knee, look forward. Exhale, bottom of your push-up. Make your way to down dog. Side two, feet touch. Inhale, left. Exhale, lunge. And drop into lizard. Okay, so again, dropping down far enough that you find the tension between the torso and the thigh. That's what that is. That's what you're feeling there. Because that's what we're manipulating here, is the hip joint, the pelvis, and the femur bone. And so we're dropping down far enough to reveal where we're holding tension. That will restrict the movement, the free movement of our thigh in relation to the pelvis. Okay, let's return the hands to the ground. Inhale that leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. And then exhale, bend the arms. Inhale, stupa. And then exhale, crescent at the back of the mat with the breath. Inhale up and stretch. Inhale up and stretch. Good, a couple more times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good, this time inhale up, exhale hands to hips, turn the toes to face forward, square the hips, inhale arms up, left thumb over right, and then exhale forward fold. Okay, coming forward and down, forehead toward the knee. Good, inhale, look forward, bend the knee, exhale, bottom of your push-up, make your way to down dog. All right, inhale to the toes, exhale, step, jump, float, front edge of the mat. Inhale, standing, back bend, and exhale, release. Okay, so let's do another stretch in this family and balance pose, right? Another balance pose. So we bend the right knee. Now, the basic, I'll mirror you here. So this is my left leg, but for you it should be the right. So the most basic version looks like this. Knee is bent, okay, and I'm holding the shin. To go further, I would grab the toe or use a strap or the foot, right, grabbing the foot. Exhale, extend, and then with the next exhalation, you bring the leg out to the side like so. Good, inhale, come on back, and exhale, release. Side two, so shifting weight to the left foot. Again, try and be mindful of your edge, okay? So we do want to challenge ourselves a bit. We don't want to push ourselves too far. And I'll just mention in class, I see it all the time, people, in my opinion, pushing themselves too far, okay? So again, I don't really know for a fact, but when I see someone's postures all over the place, they're falling, they're tripping, their leg isn't near, flexible enough to straighten in, yet they're trying to do that. Usually this is someone who just doesn't really know where they are with their practice, and they're just trying to compete. That's my take. I don't tell them to stop because again, it's their practice, it's up to them, but I'll just mention that I see that all the time. So be mindful of how far you're trying to push things, okay? All right, let's inhale back to center, exhale, release. And then we'll inhale, standing back bend, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, exhale, bottom of your push-up. Okay, so we do this progression quite a bit, and we do it because I think it's a rather good progression. So feet touch, inhale right leg, exhale lunge. Both hands inside the foot. Right leg over the right shoulder like a backpack, look up and try and straighten the leg, okay? Now, you're trying to lift the heel as much as possible. It may or may not lift. Notice what you feel as you do this. And remember that even if it doesn't lift, you will still create positive change in your body. That's what's important. Okay, let's inhale right leg up and back. Exhale, lunge. And then inhale to crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, we bend the arms. Inhale, stupa. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, step it in. Okay. And then exhale, pyramid. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, step back, crescent. Inhale, stupa. And exhale, crescent at the back, right? Inhale, step it in, or sorry, at the front. And exhale, pyramid. Good. Now let's go ahead and add in a warrior 3, Tittibhasana 3. So inhale, lift that left heel. The foot is flexed, the toes, knee, and hip are down like three-legged dog. Extending the crown away from that heel. And then inhale, extend the arms up parallel with the ground, framing the ears just like you would in a warrior 1 or a crescent lunge. Good. Deep breath in, exhale, bottom of the push-up. Make your way back to down dog. Okay, side 2, feet touch. Inhale, left. Exhale, lunge. Both hands inside the left foot. Take the left leg over your left shoulder. Look up. Try and straighten the leg. Try and lift that foot. Good. Inhale that leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Exhale, lunge. And inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bend the arms. Inhale, stupa. And then exhale, crescent lunge. Good. Inhale, step it in. Straighten the arms. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, back up. And exhale, step back, crescent. Inhale, up. And exhale, crescent at the front. Good. Inhale, step it in. And exhale, pyramid. Good. This time, inhale, lift the right heel, extend crown of the head away from the heel. Leg parallel, torso parallel, and then inhale, arms parallel. So please don't bring your hands to your heart unless you have an injury, okay, that prevents you from bringing your arms up. A lot of people do this because it's easier, okay? This is harder. So again, why are we choosing the easier path? Why do we always choose that? Why do we think that that's better? Okay, if anything, this is the part of our day where we want to choose difficult over easy. Again, if it's too difficult, it becomes unsafe, and we never want to choose unsafe. Okay, but again, if you have an injury, you can't do that. Okay. But if you don't have an injury, if it's just more difficult than this, of course this is more difficult than this in that position. Of course it is. You're using more muscle. Okay? All right, exhale, bottom to push up. Let's make our way back to down dog. So again, just try and notice these things. Just because you've seen this, you know, warrior like that, or you've done that in a class before, or a teacher told you to do that, it doesn't automatically mean that this is equal to this, that this has as much benefit as this. Okay? So just keep that in mind. If you can do this, then let's do it the way it's intended to be done. Okay. Bottom of our push-up, or sorry, downward dog. Make your way back to down dog. From down dog, let's inhale to the toes. We'll exhale, step, jump, float, front edge of the mat. Inhale, standing back bend, and exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Let's add a twist to our balance, quite literally. So bend the shift weight to the left foot, bend the right knee. Now again, the basic version looks like this, holding the shin, right? But if I have the flexibility, I can, again, you could use a strap. You can hold the big toe or the foot, and then the full expression looks more like this. Good, let's inhale, bend the knee, exhale, release. Side two, same thing, take your time setting it up. So I might come into some of these postures very quickly. You don't need to go at the same pace that I do. Good, inhale back and exhale, release. So with balance especially, it's good to create a very strong foundation, right? To take your time building the foundation and the posture, okay? So never be afraid to do that. Okay, inhale, standing back bend, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, crow or handstand, and we exhale, bottom of our push-up. All right, everybody, so we're in the home stretch here. So let's go ahead and bring feet to touch, and we'll see if we can do a arm balance that is essentially like half of Tittibhasana. Okay, so feet touch, inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, the leg high up on the arm, straighten it, and then see if you can lift the left leg. And that's called Ekapada Kondyanasana, first variation. Okay, so take a few breaths, then inhale, right leg up and back. Again, just as long as you've tried your best, that's what's important. Exhale, lunge. I don't know if you could hear it, but a lot of fixation was releasing in my SI joint and spine when I did that. So like a free chiropractic adjustment doing that posture. All right, let's see if we can put it all together. Exhale, bend the arms. Inhale, stupa. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, straighten the arms and legs. And exhale, pyramid. Now, inhale, warrior three, lifting up. Exhale, pyramid, coming back down. Inhale, stand back up. And then exhale, crescent lunge. Good, let's repeat that. So we inhale up and exhale, crescent lunge. Inhale, straighten the arms and leg. Exhale, forward fold. Pyramid, right? Good. Inhale to warrior three. And then this time, exhale to the standing splits. So walk your hands toward the standing leg. Lift the left toes toward the ceiling. And just like in pyramid, bring your forehead toward your knee. It may not reach, but that's the direction you're moving in. To challenge your balance, grab the ankle with both hands, okay? So you have 1 point of contact here. Good. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, bottom of your push-up. Make your way to down dog. Side two. Feet touch. Inhale, left leg. Good. Exhale, Ekapada Kondyanasana, or as close as you can manage. Good. Inhale, lift that leg. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bend the arms. Inhale, stupa. And exhale, crescent lunge. Good. Inhale, straighten the arms and the leg. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, lift the arms and the leg, warrior three. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, stand back up. And exhale, lunge or crescent lunge. Inhale, stupa. And exhale, crescent lunge at the front. Inhale, step it in, straighten. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, warrior three. And then exhale, standing splits with the left leg on the ground this time. Good. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bottom of your push-up. Make your way to down dog. Okay. So let's take a look at Tittibhasana. From down dog, walk your feet toward your hands. Okay. Try taking your feet a little wider than shoulder width. Probably not too wide, but so that your shoulders could fit between your knees, let's say. Okay? Now remember when we put our legs over the shoulders one at a time earlier, let's see if we can do that now with both legs. So hopefully you can see me. I'm bending over and then taking my legs over my shoulders. I drop my hips and I'll place my hands directly behind my feet. So it's like I'm trying to replace my feet with my hands, okay? Then what I can do is look up and try lifting one foot off the ground. Remember, very similar to what we did earlier. So one at a time, okay? So I don't fall and so I don't bring fear in, okay? Just seeing, can I do that? Now, if you can do one at a time, you can probably do both together, okay? And that is the pose, Tittibhasana or Firefly. All right, so that's our peak posture today. Again, what does it take to do that? Hamstring, adductor flexibility, which we did work on. A little bit of arm, upper body strength, arm strength, less than you think. Flexibility between the torso and the thigh, which again we worked on with the lizard pose. And then balance. You might be focused on the, strength and flexibility stuff, but if you don't have balance, if you weren't able to do those balance postures earlier, if you can't balance on your one leg, you might not be able to balance on two hands either because of your inner ear. So you want to work on your balance. And if you're not sure how to do that, reach out to me and I can give you some things to try to hopefully improve your vestibular system, okay, your inner ear. Okay, nice work, everybody. Let's unwind a bit. So coming onto your back, relax, close your eyes, take a few breaths. So a nice counter to forward bending is back bending. So let's do a little bit of that here. Bending those knees, we place the feet on the ground and lift the hips. And this is the bridge. Feel free to just hold the bridge posture, okay? So this is a good choice for almost anybody. If you would like to go deeper, then release the hands, bring them alongside your head, and then press into the hands and the feet for the wheel pose. Good. When you're ready, come down. Feet apart, knees together. That's called constructive rest. Then, very carefully, let your knees drop side to side, right from that same position. And those are windshield wipers. When you're done with your wipers, bring those legs in, give them a nice squeeze. And you can make some circles. With your knees, you can rock back and forth or side to side. And that is the leg cradle. And a very nice way to finish almost any practice is with a spinal twist. So let's drop the knees to the left as we look to the right. Good. Inhale, knees through center. And let's take them to the other side. Look away from your knees. Good. Inhale, knees back through center. And as our final sort of counter stretch, we will do the happy baby. When you're done with happy baby, unwind onto your back. Heels apart. Palms up. Head centered. Chin tucks in slightly, eyes closed. This is Shavasana, or the corpse pose. Now, please grab your phone, and you should have a timer on your phone. So just set that timer to 5 or 6 minutes. Once you've got it set, close your eyes and see if, until the timer goes off, you can go without moving a muscle. So you don't bat an eyelash, you don't move a muscle, you just allow complete stillness and surrender for that period of time.